Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we're here with episode number 48 of Free to Play to Max, a series which recently was changed from a main account goal to a max because at this point I'm definitely without a doubt a main. I have 1846 total. I got one level since the last video, that was a thieving level. I was going to get more, but my team is on of some of my buddies and we're going to go do some PVMing. And so I had to stop my thieving endeavors. The bank is worth 242 mil at the moment, and we'll be working on that this episode. We will be starting with some Theater of Blood, which is some pretty end game content, honestly. Like, if I was actually at this account stage, I'd probably recommend people to do a little bit more Chambers of Xeric, which is raids 1. I personally only have like 15 KC there. Maybe get like 100, 150, get acclimated there first. But I'm already acclimated. I know how to do this stuff, and my buddies want to go do some Theater of Blood because they enjoy that. So that's this is going to be my first taste at that content. I do have to go get some gear because what I have right now will not be sufficient. But the way I'll be getting there is I'll be using the Draken's medallion, however you pronounce that, and heading over to this little theater of which we will be doing the waves of bosses. There is 6 waves of bosses, I think, and then a final boss, if I'm counting correctly. It's either 5 or 6. Future me that's editing this will say the correct number now. 5, thank you. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go gear up and then I will go through all of the bosses and kind of the mechanics that go into it. I won't be showing you guys how to do it because this isn't a guide. Giving you guys a decent overlay of the land. I'm gonna take a decent bit in gear, and honestly haven't done Theater of Blood with this little amount of gear in a while. I know 200 mil may seem like a lot, or 250 mil, but on my main account I was typically coming here with like 1.5 billion gear, so this is a step down. But what I'm willing to take. I like a little bit of a challenge, especially at theater. It's been a while, and definitely might have some deaths before we get our first chest, but we'll see. Oh, damn, dude. That's savage. What a clutch, dude. What a clutch. Animal. Good shit, Tony. Yeah, no purple. Rip. Done with our first raid. It was a 5-death raid. First time for 3 of us raiding in about 7 to 8 months, so it took a little bit for us to get into it. Semper died on the final Verzik wave, which is pretty rough stuff if you end up dying very early on there. So happy to have gotten that. There was obviously a huge clutch there at the end that you guys saw, which was sick to get that first KC. But here on out, I mean, if we were able to get that our first try, I have no doubt that it's just going to go nothing but better, and these should be smooth sailing. You see a lot more drops here than Chambers of Xeric, in my opinion. This is like 1 out of 7 or 8 if you're not dying that often, so it's not all too difficult, but obviously 38 minutes to finish this one. The times in the future be a little lower, but still a decent amount. So I'm going to throw some footage up on screen now that is of me killing things at Theater of Blood, but not on this account. The reason being because we only did 1 raid in this entire video of Theater of Blood. I know I thought it was smooth sailing. We were going to be doing just fine, but the next raid we went in, we all wiped on the second boss, and then everyone got pissed and got off, and we haven't done any Theater of Blood since, so didn't go as planned. In the future, would love to do more, but I'm not going to go through every single boss. What I will say, the first boss is essentially, can you freeze some crabs that are coming out? The second boss is, can you run around in circles and not get stuff thrown on you from the ceiling? The third boss is an endless wave of crabs that just keep coming in, and it's just pretty hectic, so it's all about communication. The fourth boss is pretty easy, and just if you can follow a maze that someone else is running. And the 5th boss is just a piece of cake, honestly. Now, all of this comes to Verzik, which is the 6th boss. And Verzik has 3 phases. The first phase is easy. The second phase is where a lot of the difficulty is. And then the third phase is a little easier up until the very end. And that is where everyone wipes. As you guys saw, we almost did 2. And that is where boys become men. But as for us, I guess I'm still a boy because I didn't do very much TOP. Doing my daily runs at the moment. Someone in the last video told me to keep up on my birdhouse run, so I'm also going to work that into this farm run. It's something I needed to be told because honestly I've been thinking about it, but now with this whole maxing thing going on, it's definitely going to have to be something I do more on the side. Same goes for farming, so the only farming I do is palm tree runs once a day, and then every few days I do some mahoganies. I don't necessarily go every day. I'm not all that dedicated to it because I know over time I'll get it, you know, as long as I do a decent bit here and there. But keep trying at it. 73 coming in here. I guess the next upgrade for like really anything I would care about is probably dragon fruit at 81, but I'm not even going to do those because they're way too expensive for me. Doing a little bit of barbarian fishing up to 78. Just been hanging out, trying to get some more levels, pushing up to 1850 total. We are 1 level away right now. Just been doing a lot of AFK fishing, really nice stuff. We'll continue to go here for a while, but I don't know if I'll get another level. Get some passive agility too. I think I've gotten a little over 20k so far, so do a little bit more, get 72 eventually, but easy as you like. 74 farming coming in. It was not a rune crafting level, I lied. Didn't get the urge to go back there. Actually, as soon as I went back to the bank, I just decided to go on a farm and herb run. So I can now grow some fruit in Hesidius. I can never tell if you guys can hear the train. I don't really think so. So I'll just talk through it as if nothing's happening. But yeah, 1850 total. Really nice to see. Obviously going to keep on keeping on that. And maybe get back to some rune crafting at some point. There are plans to do some more raids tonight with the boys. So I'm ready for that. My bank is ready as well, so could use a drop. Still got a lot of Serb left, so a lot of things on my plate. Here at Artie Knight's gonna go ahead and get 78 thieving, heading to Chambers of Zarek. I did a little bit of Cerberus, like 10-15 kills, and then I decided to go do some thieving, and then I got called to Chambers, so it's just been a night of me moving around, but 1852 total, and gonna keep on working for 80 thieving and 80 fishing, I think. Really just want to round off some of these skills. Fire making could be in the books too, as that's pretty easy. If not, this is gonna look really dumb, and just forget it. If not, I'm gonna keep it in the video, because I usually edit this type of stuff, but not this time. Struggling there, Hoss? White. So right now, I'm heading up to follow the Bard because I just got a new Master Clue. I'll show you what the Chambers of Zarek raids look like. Just got 2 done. No loot in particular. Did die a lot in one of the raids. We kind of got wiped by Mutadial, so that was something. But at this point, the team I'm running with, we do like a couple a day, which is alright, but in the future, I'd like to kind of up that number so I can actually start to see some drops, because we are yet to do that. But as far as this Master Clue goes, let's go ahead and see what I need to do. Crystal Bow, doable. Back in Edgeville, made it out of the wilderness with my casket, and we're going to go ahead and see what we can get from this. So, nothing too much there. 6 Master Clue, by the way. The only, I guess, unique kind of is the Arceus hood, but not worth all too much. So, nice little stack of purple sweets. Going to throw this all back in the bank and get back to Cerberus. Audio, hello. All right. Just hit 80 thieving. Going to head on out from the Artie Knight. I do believe I am done there. Just going to keep pushing the levels higher. I mean, at the end of the day, I really do want to get a lot of these elite diaries done. So that's part of the reason I'm doing a bit of thieving in addition to that. But now it is time for me to go finish off the Serb task that I've had for a little too long. And next clip should be me getting 1,000 KC there. I think this is going to be my second boss I ever get 1,000 at. So should be pretty fun. I'll be back in a second. No bank pin for you. Bye-bye. So I'm not going to lie. I did a little bit more fishing. And when I came back, I didn't realize I was going to have some agility obstacles that I had to overcome. So, yeah, stopped fishing. I was trying to get 80, but then I was about to hit an agility level, so I'm like, I'll wait, but it happened anyway. So 72 agility, a really, really nice side benefit to doing the barbarian fishing. You get some passive agility, which will get me some levels I definitely don't want to train. Not to sound negative, but agility's rough, I'm not going to lie. 29 Serbs left, though. Still no drop. I've still only seen 3 uniques at Cerberus, or I guess just rare drops here so far in my time, so pretty rough. 1,000th kill coming in at Cerberus, very nice to see, and we get ourselves a rune plate body. Got an elite on 999, which is pretty cool, you know. Not the coolest way we could have capped off the 1,000, but I'll definitely take it. Once we finish off this task and I get a new one, I'll go and piece that one together for a master. Duradel just gave me 160 fire giants. I am going to cancel these as I am looking for boss task. If you guys did not know, my Slayer's already high enough. I don't want to like push this to 99 by any means. I like Slayer and I like the bosses that come with it. So since I have a ton of reward points over my time in the Wildy, I just want to keep using them, you know. So I also did get a name change. I used to be Need Bonds. That was my name because before I did need bonds, but now, last episode, we made the goal to max on this account. So instead, I changed up the name more to fit the series, and I made it free space 2 space max right there. Pretty easy to see. Wanted to do free-to-play to max, but it was not possible apparently with how you can make names, I guess. So that's fine. Accidentally talked to my man Steve there instead of going back to Duradel, but Steve's got me. He knows exactly what I'm looking for. So going right back to Serb, you know. God, man, about to be 1.2k KC. I need this prim so bad. I know I'm begging for a prim, but like legitimately though, I would like one drop on this task. That would be cool. And that is 80 fishing coming in. Just wrapping off some base 80s. I now can catch infernal eels in the Tazar area, but I'm not going to be doing too much of that. Pretty happy with where I'm at, and I'd love to be able to do some dark crabs one day, so we'll keep working up to that. But gonna go start the Cerberus task now. In addition to that, I'm honestly just trying to round off 80s because I think it looks nice, and I want to get that total level up, of course. So probably gonna do herb lure and maybe fire making after, something like that, smithing, just you know, so many things to do. But first, Cerberus. Alright, so very low HP, didn't realize I was about to die on this master clue, but here we are at Sherlock for a stat clue, which is going to be a little spooky. Create a Barrows tablet. I honestly have no clue what I need for that. I think I can do it. I think it's just magic, should be, right? 83 magic? Yee? Alright, 5 steps into the master, and I gotta come back to Sherlock, so yeah, this is gonna be great. Angle for an angler fish while sporting the finest fishing gear. So an Admiral Pie will boost me up to 85, which means I can do this step, but the problem is I need the gear to be able to do it, so... But I'm probably going to do that during my Cerberus at some point. Could be at the end, maybe in the middle, depending on how it all works out. Can't do that right now. Alright, get another kill here, but I did just get 82 defense, so, you know, as I always say, before I wasn't really looking forward to defense levels, because I figured I'd go PKing on this account and make it, like, more of a PK series, but then I just started thinking more about how PKing, and the whole PKing scene is just really bad right now. Not bad in, like, player base, but just, like, the size of it, and people's will to PK is low. The people that do it now are just really sweaty, and I'd much rather max than hate myself PK. I don't know. People that I see PK a lot don't even have that much fun, so I figured I wasn't going to put myself through that. But yeah, now I can get 82 defense and not be too upset. I'll get the levels here and there. I'll probably burst or barrage for most of them, but still just hanging out here at Serb and got like 90 left or so, I do believe. Gotten really lucky on these Keymaster teleport scrolls. I've stacked up like 9 or 12 too recently, which is just disgusting. It's so easy. Just got done with my first fishing trawler minigame, going out for another one. I got an angler boot. I thought I was recording, but well, I guess I was, but my mic was muted. So basically, this is fishing trawler. You go out on a ship with a bunch of other people. Your goal is to catch fish and keep the ship from sinking, I guess. So what I do is I just stand in front of here. Whenever I see a little leak pop up, I click it, and that's about it. It's that simple. Your activity goes up. If it goes down, that's bad. As long as you stay active the whole time, you're going to get a chance at the reward, which is what we're looking for. I think on average it takes people about 30 games to be able to get their set. Now, personally, on my first account, I did it way faster than that, and on this account, my first game, I already got a piece. Maybe I've just been absurdly unlucky, or maybe the rates have changed a little bit, but whatever. No matter the case, I'm going to be here for a little while. Each game is 10 minutes, so I mean, even if I got really lucky with this, it's still going to take some time, but if you got really unlucky, then it would be a rough go out here. So just going to be here for a little while longer. It should be a hot second until I get all of this. And I don't think I had to do that many games, maybe about 25 or so. The average is 32 after looking at the old school wiki. It's a 1 in 8 chance of all of them, so happy to finally get it. Basically, the set as a whole boosts your fishing XP by, I think, 2.5%. Yeah, the pieces add up to 2%, but when you wear them all, it's a 2.5% because there's like a hidden boost. So I'm going to be getting extra fishing XP now whenever I fish, which is very nice. And in addition to that, now I can move further on with my master clue, which is, I guess, what this was all for, kind of. Back again at Tears of Guth. It's going to go ahead and, yeah, 60 rune crafting coming in 11.1k XP. Really nice little drop there. And now I can make Eternal, Pegasian, and Primordial boots, which is actually kind of a good flipping method. If you're into flipping, you can sometimes buy the crystals and, you know, combine them. And then probably won't be something I'll be doing. However, when I do get a crystal, if I get a crystal, I will be using it. But I guess unless it's Pegasian, I I hate having 30 mil and some Rangers boots that I'm not going to use all that often. Anyways, up to 1859 total, and gonna go get a farming level, I think. Get up to 1860. I forgot to pay for 2 of my palm trees, but last we managed to do it, so got 75 farming right there. I now can grow magic trees, but I won't be doing a ton of that. I mean, they're not bad, but at the end of the day, since I'm maxing this account, it's gonna take a while for me to get 99s and everything, of course, and farming is so quick that you'll get it over time as long as you keep it in your daily runs. If you push it off for a while, maybe the higher level stuff would be worth it, or maybe if you're going for like the pet, I guess. I don't know. I'm not spending all that money on magic trees because they're over 100k a pop, and that's just too much for my blood. So gonna go now and get back to Serb. 77 kills left. I lied. Sherlock was kind enough to finish off this clue for us, so I'll go ahead and open it. I won't ask any questions. 175k. What I will say, as far as building an account, I love clue scrolls because they make me do things I normally wouldn't do or normally wouldn't want to do, and they give me a little extra incentive to train my account overall. But eventually, whenever I have all of the things necessary to probably do all of them, I'd be the least inclined to because they're awful. They're so garbage. And I know I'm complaining. I don't think complaining is the best content, but what I will say is, like, I do these, and I said it before, so that you don't have to. Clue scrolls aren't awful. Let me take off my hat. Look into my eyes. If you do clue scrolls and expect good loot, you're going to be very sad. Very, very sad. I am one of those people that's very sad. I see people in my clan chat all the time. They're like, oh boy, I hope this clue scroll's it. I'm just going to say, more than likely, none of these clue scrolls are ever it, man. Some more grindscape coming in here with 81 fishing. I can now catch manta rays at the fishing trawler, but not going to be doing much of that, so no biggie. I do have some like leftover sea turtles in the bank and whatnot, but nothing too much. And by the way, in case anyone's wondering, I've just been keeping the nest in kind of a separate tab, and I'll open them all one day eventually when I get a ton, but I'm not too grindy right now, so I don't have too many. Here we go, grabbing ourselves our 100th crate from Wintertot. I am currently 77 fire making, closing in on 78, trying to get this up to 82. Just want to round off as many stats as I can. And really a lot of the med 80s is kind of where you need to be for diary, so that's what I'm going for in the end, and just got ourselves a U seed. But 100 games in, typically if you go to 99, I think you should have between like 500 and 600 games total, so we're not close, but we're working. Alright, so emptying out this birdhouse, we go ahead and get ourselves 6,500. From what I understand, I do need to get 70 for Song of the Elves, which is something I did not know about, and yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that at some point, because Song of the Elves comes out tomorrow. I'll be waiting for a guide to be able to make a video on it, because honestly, there's a light puzzle in there, and if you think I'm doing a light puzzle without a guide, you are wrong. That is how that works. And there's probably some hunter boost I can get. I don't know if you can boost for it necessarily, but we'll see. It is Wednesday at about noon though, so the warding results just came out, and warding has failed at 67%, so 66, something like that. It's not too bad, but it is like 8 or 9% off, which is kind of a hurdle that I don't think you can get over. If it was a couple percent off, I feel like they could have done a couple tweaks and repolled it and probably passed it. But at 66, I don't really know if it's possible. I'm not too distraught over it. I know a lot of people think like this is the end all be all. I'm seeing like tons of Reddit posts by people that are just probably angry or upset that stuff didn't pass, and that's fine. I mean, not everything you want to come into the game is going to come into the game, and I feel like some low and mid levels, this could be their first time really feeling that, because like there haven't been a lot of game-changing polls in the last few months, and this is probably something a lot of people felt strongly about. So just understand at the end of the day, even if you think this is a big deal, it's not that big of a deal. Like, the first new skill, Old School RuneScape's pretty cool, but the game inherently has so many different things you can do. By adding or subtracting one, it's not going to change anything that much, so just probably get over it no matter how you thought of it. That's what I was pretty much preparing for, is either way, it's not that big of a deal, so just be alright. We'll be alright, boys. And there's another stat rounded off at 80, this time fire making, and I can burn magic pyre logs. The most important thing I think kind of with fire making that I'm looking forward to later on is creating an infernal axe, which is an axe that burns 1 out of 6 logs that you cut. So it'll give me a lot of passive fire making XP on my way to 99 wood cutting. But for now, I'm going to head on out of here. Probably do some herb lore since I'm just really close to 80 on that one. So I just finished task number 278, where I did about 180, 190 serb, was able to make 4 mil off of it, and still don't have any rare drops, 1200 KC in. I have 3 rares, which just sucks, but I like serb, and I'll do it as long as I can get those tasks. But I wasn't recording. I went and got a new task from Duradel. I said I'd only do boss tasks, but I got a Skeletal Wyverns task, and with the gear I have now, I may as well just go do it. Basically, what I'm looking for is money making, and that's definitely a money maker. So I'll be back with the loot from 69 Skeletal Wyverns. Back at Steve, just finished off my 279th task. A good decent bit of Wyverns done, about 1.2 mil in total from them, but nothing too much. Gonna move on to Duradel and see what he's got for me. Steve just gets to watch me talk to another Slayer Master. It must be rough, man. I'm sure he really feels this. Second task I had to get from Duradel, 55 Anku. I'm always down for an Anku task because really they're just quick as can be, so easy points, I'll do it. Just got 93 attack out here killing some Hellhounds. Basically, I didn't plan on this. I have another task that I would like to do, but I wanted to get a Master Clue, and I was like, what better way than killing some Hellhounds with the Ring of Wealth Eye? It's a 1 in 32 chance. I've been out here now for 250 Hellhounds and haven't seen one yet. I've checked my bank multiple times to see if I have a hard clue in there. I do not, and I don't know what the hell's going on because this is absurd. I'll put the chance on video of me going this dry. It's preposterous. I just want a hard clue, and that's all I want, and then I'll leave. But yeah, in the meantime, 93 attack. May have gained me a combat level actually up to 117, but yeah, I would like to leave is where this ends. 280 Hellhounds had to be killed for this hard clue. That's disgusting. I looked up the odds on it, is 1 in 7.2k. So, just an idea. I never should have to kill this many Hellhounds ever again for a damn hard clue. That was disgusting. And I'm going to get like 250k max off this, and it's just going to feel not worth it at all. Clue step number 2, and I have to come to Sherlock, and I'm just terrified, man. I am terrified. Slay a Necrial, you're a fucking babe. Oh my god, you're the best. Your clue probably took me about 2 to 2.5 hours total to get, so let's hope it's worth it. I mean, actually for Master Clue, like 450k isn't the worst. Now, is it the worst when you have to kill 300 Hellhounds? You know, whatever. But that's fine. I'm gonna get out of here now. 8 Master Clues done, and honestly, not the worst reward. So I'm not gonna complain. But the Hellhound luck was garbage, though. Spoilers, we're almost near the end of the video. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you look down below, you'll see that. But yeah, Prifness actually came out today, and I plan on doing that in the next video. I'm not someone that does quest upon release. I've never done a quest upon release, so for me to do this one upon release when it has like a Light Maze 2, if you've ever done the Light Maze in Morning's End Part 2, I just think there's no way that's happening, so I'm going to wait until my OG guy Slayer Music comes out with his guide, and then I'm just going to bang it out and see what we got in here. But yeah, Prifness is out, and I'm quite excited to go see what's happening, but I do have to wait for my homie to put up his video, and I'll be patiently awaiting. For me, though, as we're near the end of this video, I'm going to go ahead and just try to get a boss task real quick, because I still have that Anku task. Had to cancel one task already, but talking to Duradaddy for another one, and okay, your task is to kill bandos. How many would you like to slay? 35 of them, why not? Let's do it. All right, that'll be an interesting one for next video. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Sorry, Steve, they had to get cucked like that, but you don't assign me the boss task like Duradaddy does, so it's okay. Now I'm gonna go and yeah, I think I'm gonna go get ED Herblore since I was trying to do that, but I was rudely interrupted by PVMing content. Easy as you like, ED Herblore coming in, and I can now make ranging mixes, which I will not be doing any of. But Vials of Blood are pretty useful for TOB, so nice to have those at least. And now I'm going to switch on over and probably get the last 80 stat of the video. I was thinking about fletching, but I have big plans for fletching in the future. So instead, maybe some prayer I think is next up. Having a higher prayer level never hurts. And, you know, I got a decent bit of money right now if I throw everything on in here, 236 mil. Feel like I can spend a little bit. Alright, so using some Hydra Bones out here at the Chaos Altar, my favorite way to train prayer, and we now have ourselves 80, and I can wear a Dragon Bone necklace, and Bone Crusher necklace, which is an upgraded form of the Dragon Bone necklace. But that is going to be it for me today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode of Free to Play Domain number 48. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like. Anything you want to tell me, leave it down below in a comment. And if you want to see more, as soon as it goes live, make sure to subscribe. Ending off this episode with 1873 total and a 230 mil bank about. Lost some money this episode working on buyables. But that is it for me. With that said, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. And goodbye.